New questions tonight about how an agency that's supposed to bring jobs to Wisconsin is spending your money.
Yeah, the I-Team's Eric Ross discovered the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation has wasted millions of tax dollars. They're now trying to get back. Eric.
Good evening. We found at least $4 million was wasted after the WEDC gave money to more than a half dozen businesses that either left the state or went bankrupt and closed. And that's not all we found.
In 2011, Governor Scott Walker created the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, also known as the WEDC or WEDC. The agency gives money to companies promising to bring jobs to the state. But Daryl Gibson, program director for Wisconsin Jobs Now, an organization advocating for job equality, has serious concerns about how the WEDC operates.
They say they're doing all these things. They have all these numbers of where and when and how they're investing in the community. But where's the proof in the pudding? Where are these jobs? Where's the industry?
The WEDC takes in about $70 million in funding each year. According to their spokesperson, 95% of their funding comes from taxpayers. The other 5% is from interest earned on loans.
No one knows how many jobs WEDC is supposed to be creating.
Robert Craig is with the government watchdog group Citizen Action. After the unrest and protests in the Sherman Park neighborhood in August, Craig looked at how many jobs the WEDC created in that area.
WEDC is claiming to have impacted 483 jobs there, and principally in 3 companies.
WEDC's own website showed it gave $1.6 million to 3 companies the agency initially showed were located at Sherman and Meineke, right in the heart of Sherman Park. Turns out none of those businesses are located there. One is based out of Johnson Creek, the other in Heartland, and the last company left Wisconsin. When we contacted the WEDC about the inaccuracies, the agency spokesperson blamed it on a mapping error that occurred when businesses provide a P.O. box. After following up, the WEDC then admitted they were never given a street address for any of the 3 businesses.
You would think if you're claiming hundreds of jobs at a location from a company, you'd know where those jobs are located.
That's not all we uncovered. We learned the WEDC awarded millions to companies that failed. In 2013, the WEDC gave North American Finishing $1 million, but the very next year, the business shut its doors. The WEDC also gave more than $1 million to troubled businessman Ron Vanden Heuvel for a new company called Greenbox NA, but federal officials are now investigating whether the business was legitimate. Court records reveal Vanden Heuvel already owed millions in legal judgments to banks, ex-business partners, and tax officials prior to getting WEDC money. The I-Team confirmed the WEDC is suing Greenbox NA and North American Finishing to get their money back.
It is very important that we take that money that we do have at the public level to create jobs and that we use it accountably.
The WEDC denied our requests for an interview, but did say in a statement they've invested $1 million to work with the city of Milwaukee to revitalize the former Tower Automotive plant in Century City and provided $350,000 in annual support to the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation, which helps small businesses and entrepreneurs.
I'm sure that there are a lot of viewers right now going, good grief. Was WEDC ever able to get any of this money back from these businesses that didn't keep their promise?
Yes, but we're talking pennies on the dollar here. For instance, in one case, a business was sued for, I believe, $360,000. They ultimately ended up settling for $125,000. Through court records, we've learned the WEDC has filed lawsuits against more than a dozen businesses it gave funding to. Some have been settled. Other cases are still pending. We will, of course, keep our viewers updated on those cases.
Sounds like a bad return on money right there. Okay, thank you very much.
Good digging, Eric. Thanks.